6:30. You can hear that game on the AM side. AccuWeather says we're going to see these showers continue into tonight. They will eventually turn into snow before we head down to a low of 31 degrees overnight. It's 45 degrees along the lakefront at 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Allison Keys. In a rare Saturday session, the Senate is meeting to discuss a deal to reopen the government. Republicans have turned down a Democratic proposal involving extending Affordable Care Act tax breaks. West Virginia Republican, Shelley Moore Capito.
There's a not-so-hidden cost here, one that's harder to measure, and that's the uncertainty and the anxiety this is bringing to families and businesses across the country.
42 million people depend on food stamps, known as SNAP program, and they are in limbo again as a court battle rages over whether the Trump administration has to pay them during a shutdown. WWL's Dave Cohen in New Orleans has some big names move to help.
Come on, New Orleans! Grammy-winning jazz musician Kermit Ruffins is feeding the masses.
So exciting just to wake up and know that you're helping the community.
He says as long as the government shutdown continues, people are out of work or don't have their full food benefits, he's going to keep giving out free meals at his mother-in-law lounge here in New Orleans. Dave Cohen for CBS News, New Orleans.
About 1,000 flights have been cut so far at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. Some of the worst delays and headaches are hitting travelers in Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta. Now people looking ahead to the holidays are trying to find other ways to get to their destinations. CBS's Ollie Bauman.
With Thanksgiving around the corner, AAA says it isn't too early to start making contingency plans in case the shutdown persists.
If you have an option to take another form of transit, like a train, or even want to think about doing a road trip, those are things that travelers might want to consider.
Many already are.
It's my first time taking the bus and all, but we'll see how it goes.
President Trump is trying to get his name on another venue in Washington, D.C.
The stadium will be the home of the Washington Commanders. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tells CBS News the stadium should be named after Trump because he made it possible for it to be constructed on land controlled by the federal government. The Commanders own the stadium's naming rights, which are generally sold to a corporate sponsor. Trump is scheduled to attend the Commanders' home game against the Detroit Lions on Sunday at their current stadium in Maryland. A conversation about what to call the new stadium will reportedly take place then. Christopher Bruce, CBS News, Washington.
That government shutdown is affecting animals as well as people. Nonprofits are asking for pet food donations as the block on full SNAP payments continues. Some are also having trouble feeding the pets. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, Dad, I got to come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway sales event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
I give up. Where are they?
Who?
Hasselus Mattress employees.
Hasselus Mattress showrooms really are employee-free. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Don't believe it.
You won't believe our prices either. Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more for way less. Free next day delivery too.
Sure. Next you'll say I can get a free adjustable base with my purchase through Monday.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, come on.
Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
American football is getting more popular around the world, playing several games overseas in other nations. CBS's Michelle Miller.
The National Football League is showing up on the international stage.
To the ground here.
Next up on the NFL's World Tour, Berlin, with a fan base that's been building for decades.
Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if you would have asked me, can the NFL be this big in this country, I would have said no.
Part of that growth thanks to former NFL player Bjorn Werner. He grew into the sport by age 12, from flag to tackle, eventually earning a scholarship to Florida State.
Wrapped up, Werner, the Terminator.
So why does his hometown make sense as the NFL's newest stomping grounds? Is it really that popular here?
American football, I have to say, is super popular over here.
Allison Keys, CBS News.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 1059 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
It's 3:05 on Saturday, November 8th, 2025. Good afternoon. I'm Haley Hansen.
Just ahead,
Thanks so much for tuning in. It's 45 degrees along Chicago's lakefront under cloudy skies. Rain is developing and will eventually mix with and change to snow overnight. That low drops down to 31 degrees. Tomorrow, your Sunday, will be chilly and breezy. Only expect a high up to 38 or so, but it'll feel about 10 degrees cooler. You may even continue to see snow if you're along the lake or in northwest Indiana. We'll tell you more about it in the AccuWeather 5-day forecast coming up at 3:15. But first, our top local story here on News Radio WBBM. Shots were fired in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood earlier today as federal agents carried out an immigration enforcement operation. WBBM's Sarah Herrera has more.
It started at 26th and Kenzie. According to the Department of Homeland Security, a black jeep fired shots at ICE, then fled. Also called agitators threw bricks and paint cans at their vehicles. Video posted to social media shows agents arresting at least one person, while Chicago police assisted with crowd control as dozens gathered in the area. Alderman Michael Rodriguez recorded the scene on social media.
They're doing things that are that are illegal. They are causing fear and mayhem in our communities.
DHS said the shooting reflects a growing trend of assaults and obstruction toward federal law enforcement. The alleged shooter remains at large and authorities continue to investigate. Sarah Herrera, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
A woman was found dead in an early morning house fire on Chicago's south side.
Chicago police say officers and firefighters were called to a blaze on Calumet Avenue near 53rd in the Washington Park neighborhood around 5 a.m. After putting out the fire, a woman was discovered who was unresponsive. Authorities say she died at the scene. It's not clear what caused the woman's death, and an investigation into the fire is underway. Mallory Vorbroker, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
A Cook County jury convicted a Chicago man yesterday of killing two men in Chinatown during a 2020 armed robbery. CBS News Chicago reports that 25-year-old Alvin Thomas was found guilty of first-degree murder in the deaths of 36-year-old Wai Hee Bian and 38-year-old Shang Wei Zong, whose wife survived the incident by hiding under a nearby car. Thomas was on probation at the time of the shootings for two other robbery convictions. He now faces up to life in prison. And knowledge is power in today's dynamic economy. Get the edge you need with Bloomberg Business Reports at 23 and 53 past each hour. Insights that make dollars and cents exclusively on News Radio 1059 WBBM. It's 3:08. Time for traffic and weather together on the 8th. Hi, Mike Allison.
Hello. We will start off in northwest Indiana, or I guess as you make your way towards northwest Indiana. 8094 on your eastbound side, seeing a really heavy delay this afternoon. This goes from right before you hit the Bishop Ford to right before you make it to the state line. We have a rollover crash. Your two left lanes are still blocked with emergency crews on the scene trying to get everything cleared out of the way. Thank you to our tipster Callie for the update on this one. She called into the WBBM Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates traffic tip line, that number 855-78 Road. We appreciate the call. If you're headed westbound, there is a bit of a Capers delay as you're approaching the scene. Otherwise, northwest Indiana doing okay. On your Illinois expressways here, the Edens, just a slight slowdown coming inbound, 17 minutes in from Lake Cook, but no delays on your outbound side. The Kennedy on your inbound side, seeing some pretty heavy spots. This goes Cumberland down to Ogden, 39 in from O'Hare, 26 on your way in from the junction. Outbound moving much better. You have those express lanes. They are wide open. If you do stick to the locals, 12 minutes to make it to Montrose, and 28 on your way out to the airport. I-190 eastbound and westbound, both doing okay. On the Eisenhower, it's 28 minutes in from Manheim and just 21 to get back out. The Stevenson, not too bad either way. 30 minutes in from the Veterans and 35 on your outbound side. The Dan Ryan inbound seeing a delay between the Stevenson and the Jane Byrne interchange. Not too bad at 17 minutes to get downtown. 15 on your way out to the split. 57, the Bishop Ford, both doing okay. And DuSable Lakeshore Drive, pretty busy either way throughout the Grant Park area. Your next traffic report is going to be at 3:18 on News Radio 1059 WBBM.
The WBBM AccuWeather forecast calls for this rain to continue into tonight. It will eventually turn into snow before the night ends, with the overnight low down to 31 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be mostly cloudy, breezy, and much colder, with a snow shower in places through midday. Our high tomorrow up to 38, but your AccuWeather real field temperatures are going to be mainly in the 20s. Right now it's 45 degrees along the lakefront, 51 in Joliet, and a cloudy 45 at O'Hare at 310.
Bulls fans, Chuck Swirsky here. Join Bill Weddington and me for all the high-flying action of every Bulls game on 670 The Score and the Fitzgerald Equipment Bulls Radio Network, powered by Heli Forklifts. See red, Chicago.
The holidays are here. The air is cold and bright. Where the dickens will I get a tree to make my house look right? It's time to decorate with lights for all to see. It's the time of year to spread good cheer with friends and family.
Oh, Santa here. There's a magical place called Tree Time in Lake Barrington with the most ginormous holiday selection of artificial Christmas trees, lights, wreaths, and unique decorations. Oh, the quality and perfection. 200 styles of trees that look like the real thing at factory direct prices. They'll make your holiday ring. Come now as limited quantities sell out to avoid any frustrations, and meet with Tree Time top designers who will help with your Christmas creations. Visit Tree Time on Pepper Road in Lake Barrington, and you'll see Tree Time is everything Christmas for your holiday decorations and trees.
Tree Time, treetime.com. Everything Christmas, treetime.com.
Good afternoon, it's 3:11. High school football playoff games are in full swing once again this weekend, with some pushing for a bigger party. Mark Briggs is athletic director at Downstate Roxana Senior High School, which has drawn up a proposal to expand the IHSA football playoffs by 64 teams from 256.
It is one of several downtown buildings undergoing renovations to turn art. It is one of several downtown buildings undergoing renovations to turn offices into apartments. The top 30 floors of the Art Deco building will soon be made up of 400 housing units, with 120 of them classified as affordable. The building was designed by the sons of famous Chicago architect Daniel Burnham and was completed in 1927. Bo Duran, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
AccuWeather is next. It's 3:13.
Stay on top of the news. Sign up for WBBM's daily newsletter. Up-to-date information delivered right to your inbox. Click on the Connect tab on WBBMNewsRadio.com and sign up today.
There's never been a better time to call Comer and Cross to get that garage floor transformed. Cisco Cotto here. Comer and Cross is offering 50% off labor and installation guaranteed by the holiday. Yeah, you heard that right. 50% off labor. Comer and Cross transforms your garage floor. Everything done in just one day. They even move your stuff out of the garage for you. No more pits, cracks, or oil stains. If you got a bad paint or epoxy job, Comer and Cross makes it brand new. Ice, snow, and sleet is on the way. Get 50% off labor on your brand new garage floor just in time for the holiday. I love showing off my garage floor. Now that Comer and Cross is taking the ugly away, it's like I pull into a new car showroom after work each day. Whether you're in Chicagoland, Indiana, or the Milwaukee area, call them today. 800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or C-O-M-E-R, ComerCross.com, ComerCross.com.
North Wall Street.
Is your car still under warranty? No, not anymore. My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care. Ox Car Care? Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. New brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs? Ox gets it fixed? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-219-1295. Ask with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-219-1295. 800-219-1295. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
3:15, time for your AccuWeather 5-day forecast, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Here's meteorologist Matt Benz.
And rain trying to move in from the west right now, starting to push in on a line from about Schaumburg towards Bolingbrook on west. And as we see this rain push in, just rain here for this evening, but we do expect this to change over and eventually just change to snow here before ending late tonight, low of 31. A little accumulation is expected here across the Chicago area. It could lead to some slick spots, especially on bridges and overpasses. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy, much colder, snow shower or two around through midday. High 38 degrees, real feels mainly in the 20s. And pay attention to tomorrow night and the wind direction. Snow showers expected to return, some heavy, and that will be moving off of Lake Michigan into early Monday morning. That could lead to slippery and dangerous travel for the Monday morning commute. Snow accumulations on the order of 1 to 3 inches are possible in Chicago, 3 to 6 south of Chicago, near the lake, and locally up to a foot of snow across northwest Indiana. But any small shift in that wind direction could spell big changes in snow totals. Later Monday, clouds break for some sun, high at 37. Still chilly into Tuesday, high 41. Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, high at 51. Right now, it's 45 at O'Hare, 46 at Midway. Lake in the Hills reporting 44, and at the lakefront, it's 45. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Bob Benz.
Thanks, Matt. 3:16. Time now for sports. Here's 6:70. The Scores, Chris Emma.
Haley, good afternoon. With Ben Johnson leading the way, the Bears must follow. For many veterans starting over this new regime, that means some significant changes. DJ Moore is one of those players. He was a captain with the Matt Eberflus-led team a year ago. Now he's not wearing that C on his chest anymore. But Moore is embracing the way of Johnson and making quite an impression. Johnson sees a key player embracing a new standard.
I'm very pleased with how DJ's playing. I mean, he talked about a guy that comes into work with a smile on his face every single day. He knows football. It's all what he's about right now. I think Randall and those guys in the receiver room are doing a great job. Coaching them up, and I think he's providing a great example for a lot of our young players as well.
The Bears are back home tomorrow at Soldier Field. They'll welcome the Giants in. Kickoff is set for noon. Elsewhere in the NFC North, the Vikings host the Ravens in Minneapolis. The Lions head off to Washington to meet with the Commanders, and the Packers host the Eagles in Monday Night Football. In the NBA, the Bulls play the second leg of a back-to-back tonight. They'll take on the Cavs tonight in Cleveland. That game tips off at 7 o'clock. Tune into 670, the score for the call. On the ice, the Blackhawks were a 4-0 winner last night in Calgary. Spencer Knight logged his first career shutout, but Connor Bedard stole the show.
Hawks back off. Cross check by Bedard. He's got a breakaway. Bedard scores! What a goal by Connor Bedard! His 4th point of the game. And it's 4-0 Hawks.
Highlight courtesy of CHSN. Rick Ball on the call. The Hawks take on the Red Wings tomorrow in Detroit. With sports at 16 to 46, I'm Chris Emma of 670. The score for News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Where it's 3:18, time for traffic and weather together on the 8, sponsored by Grand Appliance. Here's Mike Allison.
We have some trouble as you're making your way towards northwest Indiana this afternoon. Your delay starts on the southbound side of the tri-state. This is from just past Halstead over to the Bishop Ford. It carries over onto 8094 eastbound all the way over to the state line. This is where we have a rollover crash. Your 2 left lanes are still blocked with emergency crews on the scene. If you're headed westbound, a pretty good sized gapers delay as you're approaching the scene as well. On your Illinois expressways, the Eden's picking up a bit in both directions now. 19 minutes to make it in from Lake Cook and 17 to get back out. The Kennedy on your inbound side, plenty of heavy spots. This is from Harlem the whole way down to Ogden. 51 minutes to make it in from O'Hare. 26 in from the junction. On your outbound side, you're clear out to Montrose and then a little bit tight out to Harlem. So 9 minutes to Montrose, 22 on your way out to the airport. And if you want to use those express lanes, they are wide open. On I-190, eastbound and westbound both look great. The Eisenhower coming inbound, a slight delay, kind of in spots, St. Charles over to Manheim, and again as you're approaching Austin. 46 on your way in from I-90, it's 36 if you're headed outbound. On the Stevenson, that's a 30-minute trip, and that's to go either way between the Veterans and USAPA Lakeshore Drive. On the Dan Ryan, inbound picking up a bit here. This is from the Stevenson into the Jane Byrne interchange. 17 minutes in, 15 on your outbound side. 57 to Ford, both okay. And on USAPA Lakeshore Drive, still pretty busy both ways throughout the Grant Park area. Traffic is sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop the Black Friday Now sale at Grand Appliance for Black Friday prices all month long on top brands like Frigidaire, Electrolux, and more. Visit grandappliance.com or your local Grand showroom for complete details. That's Grand Appliance, appliance experts since 1930. Your next Chevrolet report is going to be at 3:28 on his radio 105.9 WBBM.
AccuWeather says this rain we're seeing moving through the area will continue into tonight and will eventually turn into snow with tonight's overnight low down to 31 degrees. Right now it's 45 degrees along the lakefront at 3:20. Our top story this hour, the Supreme Court temporarily freezes an order that would have required the Trump administration to provide full SNAP payments to millions of Americans. We'll have much more on this story coming up at 3:31. A long-running Chicago sandwich shop is celebrating a milestone anniversary.
Many sandwich chains have planted their flag in the Chicago area, but they don't have the longevity of Mr. Submarine. The Chicago Sub-Sandwich Shop is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Dan Zumis is the director of operations and the son of the founder of Mr. Submarine. He credits their deep relationship with Chicagoans for their sustained success.
We're proud of our Chicago roots and happy to be a part of this great city and this great community.
Mr. Submarine is marking the 50th anniversary with 50 TV commercials that recall their own advertising past and other local TV commercials from years gone by.
Those commercials and our commercials from the past share a few things in common, and that's just how poorly they were done, but also how well they stick in your mind.
Rob Hart, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Coming up, we talk about asking good questions during interviews with your next job. That's up next. It's 3:22.
Hey, it's Zach Zaidman. Everybody knows that McGrath Acura of Westmont has great prices on new Acuras. But did you know they'll give you a generous offer on your vehicle even if you don't buy one from them? Just text the word VALUE to 833-208-9324 to instantly receive your vehicle's value. McGrath Acura of Westmont is where I buy my cars, and when you do the math, you will too. When you do the math, you choose McGrath.
Visit 4abc.com for details. Don't wait for your furniture to break down. Call the knowledgeable professionals at ABC for the $49 Ultimate Furniture.
And ask about the benefits.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back.
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it. Linzess linezolid is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
28 traffic and weather together on the 8, sponsored by Julasco. Here's Mike Allison.
We have some good news on 8094 on your eastbound side. We had a rollover crash just before the state line. Looks like everything has been cleared. All your lanes are now reopened, and that delay is quickly improving. On your westbound side, any Capers delay that was there is now gone. On your expressway, starting to have some trouble here on the Dan Ryan. On your inbound side, getting really heavy between the Stevenson and Greenburn interchange. We're getting reports of a crash. Crews are on their way to check it out, but if you already have eyes on the scene, want to let us know exactly what's going on, the WBBM Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates traffic tip line number 855-780-ROAD. Right now we're looking at 23 minutes to make it in. On your outbound side, a good-sized Capers delay, and then you're slow again from 87th out to the split. It's 25 minutes on your outbound side. Your next traffic report is going to be at 3:38 on News Radio 1059 WBBM.
We are going to continue to see this rain into tonight. it will eventually turn into a snowy, wintry mix with the overnight low down with 31 degrees. Right now it's 45 along the lakefront at 329.
Get set for the best Thanksgiving yet with hot deals on the best brands at Jewel Osco. Save big on 8-count Pillsbury biscuits, select Rice Chex cereal, Betty Crocker dessert mixes, and many other festive selections for your celebration.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 105.9 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
It's 3:30. Good afternoon. I'm Haley Hansen. These are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. The Supreme Court temporarily halts an order that required the Trump administration to provide full federal food benefits to Americans. Tensions continue to rise between residents in Chicago and federal agents.
I'm Mallory Vorbroker. A court order may finally open the doors of the Broadview ICE facility.
Plus, a federal judge sides with Oregon in a federal troop deployment case. In sports, Notre Dame hosts Navy. You can hear that game on 780 AM starting at 5:30 tonight. News continues nonstop on 105.9 FM. And the Bulls are in Cleveland to play the Cavaliers at 7 tonight. AccuWeather says we are seeing a wall of rain move through the area that will continue into tonight. It'll eventually turn into a wintry mix and will head down to a low of 31 degrees. Right now it is 45 degrees along the lakefront at 331. The Supreme Court granted the Trump administration's emergency appeal to temporarily halt an order that says it must provide full SNAP payments for November. As SNAP food stamp benefits continue to go unpaid for, KTBT TV's Aaron Jones looks at what's happening with a food pantry in Dallas.
The North Texas Food Bank says roughly 460,000 people in its 12-county service area rely on SNAP benefits, and half of them are children. They say right now the need is tremendous.
Even before the shutdown, in our 12-county area and in all of North Texas, we have been seeing a higher demand because of the cost of living, and we've never had the situation with SNAP. So what we've been doing, we committed, a week or two ago to ordering more food.
The temporary hold on distributing full SNAP payments is in place until the appeals court rules on whether to issue a more lasting pause. Chaos in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood this morning as federal immigration agents detained a person and reportedly used a flashbang as an angry crowd gathered near the intersection of 26th and Pulaski. A post to X by Homeland Security says agents were conducting enforcement operations when an unknown male driving in a black Jeep fired shots at the agents and fled the scene. They added that an unknown number of agitators then threw a paint can and bricks at Border Patrol vehicles, and Chicago police were called in to clear the scene. On his Facebook page, 22nd Ward Alderman Michael Mott Rodriguez said the agents were, quote, causing all sorts of fear and mayhem in our communities, adding that's unacceptable. It's 3:33. A federal judge, meantime, has ordered a visit to the ICE facility in Broadview next week.
The visit is part of making sure the temporary restraining order is being complied with after plaintiffs brought a class action lawsuit arguing conditions at the ICE facility are inhumane, says Samuel Cole, Chief Immigration Litigation Counsel for the ACLU of Illinois.
There were people just packed in cells for days and days and days. There was nowhere to sleep. Sometimes people got a blanket. The blanket wasn't a blanket. It was one of these foil sheets, like emergency blankets. People didn't get any clothes to change into. They didn't have showers to use. There was no soap. It smelled. It was dirty.
Cole says he hopes the visit scheduled for Thursday will prove that conditions have improved.
Detainees getting 3 square meals a day, access to showers, food, all the water they want, ability to talk to their
gas for $2.94 per gallon. And in East Chatham, the Falcon Fuel on 79th and Maryland is selling gas for $2.99 per gallon. Now, if you see a lower gas price, give us a call at 312-409-GASS. That number again is 312-409-4277. It's 3:38. Time to check in on traffic and weather together on the 8s. What's going on, Mike Allison?
Well, we have a new problem spot here on Route 53. This is on your northbound side, getting pretty heavy between Algonquin and Kirchhoff. This is a crash. Looks like at least one lane blocked here as you make your way through the Rolling Meadows area. If you're headed southbound, there is just a very slight gauger's delay as you're approaching the scene. Looking elsewhere, good news still on 8094. We had an earlier crash on your eastbound side. It was right around the state line. Everything's been cleared, but it's still a little bit slow through the area. On your westbound side of 8094, everything's moving along just fine. Looking at your expressways, more good news on the Dan Ryan. We had a crash on the inbound side just before the Jane Byrne interchange. Sounds like crews have just reopened all of your lanes, so these travel times should start to improve. Right now, though, we are looking at 23 minutes to make it in and 24 on your outbound side. Back over on the Eden, still pretty busy in both directions at 20 minutes in from Lake Cook and 18 on your way back out. On the Kennedy, coming inbound really heavy right now. This is in spots from Cumberland down to Ogden, and then again Randolph into the Jane Byrne interchange. 48 minutes in from O'Hare, 29 to make it in from the junction. Metro wants to remind you, if you want to avoid these kind of delays, you can always take the UP Northwest line. There's a stop in Irving Park. If you're headed outbound, it's clear out to Montrose, but then pretty slow the rest of the way out to Harlem. So it's going to be 22 minutes to make it out to the airport. And those express lanes wide open on your outbound side if you'd like to use them. I-90 is fine in either direction. And on the Eisenhower, we're looking at a 26-minute trip in from Mannheim, just 18 on the way back out. Your next Chevrolet report is going to be at 3:48 on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather forecast, watching for some rain to develop here through the remainder of this afternoon and into tonight. That will mix with and change over to snow before ending late below 31. Little to no accumulation expected, but there can be a few slick spots, especially on bridges and overpasses. Tomorrow, breezy and much colder. Mostly cloudy with a snow shower or two around through midday. Look for a high of 38 degrees. Real feels in the 20s. Some lake effect snow returns tomorrow night. That could include Chicago, some of which can be heavy. Low tomorrow night down to 26. Right now it's 45 at O'Hare, 46 at Midway. LaGrange reporting 47, and at the lakefront it's 45. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
It's 3:40. Well, if you have a refillable water bottle, as I do, experts say, of course, it does need to be cleaned regularly. Science writer Adnati Ramakrishnan reports,
you're probably not cleaning your water bottles enough. Just because it's only water doesn't mean it can't get grubby. Water bottles pick up germs from our hands and mouths or when we share. Here's how to clean your adult sippy cups and how often you should do it. First, denture or retainer cleaning tablets. Turns out doctors recommend them for water bottles too. For a weekly deep clean, you can pop one in and let it soak overnight. Next, the dishwasher. If your water bottle is dishwasher safe, you can take it apart and run it through. Last, the classic soapy water scrub. A good daily wash with warm soapy water keeps away germs that are growing on the inside. And don't forget the straw. If you really don't feel like doing this every day, try weekly or every few weeks. But if you're filling with soda or a sugary drink, you really should clean every day, because bacteria love sugar just like we do. Other good habits to keep up are to rinse the mouthpiece over the sink when you refill, and empty cold water every 4 to 5 days. And if you see mold on your bottle or the water inside smells funky, don't drink it.
Dr. Mike Wren, a family medicine physician at Baylor College of Medicine, says it's likely okay to leave some water inside of your bottle overnight, but to empty the old water at least every few days. A Guatemalan house cleaner in a suburb of Indianapolis was killed after she went to the wrong house and was shot on the front porch. CBS's Lana Zach has more.
No decision will be made on whether charges will be filed until next week. It's also possible that the case could be sent to a grand jury to decide.
The woman was shot by the homeowner, who authorities have not yet identified. Boone County prosecutor Ken Eastwood says the case is complex because Indiana law allows deadly force to stop unlawful entry. Your top trending stories, sports, traffic, and weather, it's all coming up next. It's 3:42.
Notre Dame football is on 7
Park Street. Touchdown! Notre Dame! It's caught in the back of the end zone for an Irish touchdown!
Today, the Fighting Irish Irish take on Navy. Kickoff is at 6:30. Pre-game starts at 5:30. Sponsored by Verizon, the official partner of Notre Dame Athletics. And don't forget, while the Irish are on 780 AM, Chicago's traffic and weather station continues non-stop on News Radio 105.9 FM, WBBM.
Two gripping operas, one unforgettable night. Experience Cavalleria Rusticana and Pagliacci at Lyric Opera of Chicago, November 1st to 23rd. Passion, betrayal, and powerful drama await. Tickets at lyricopera.org.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
I give up. Where are they?
Ooh.
Hasselus Mattress employees.
Hasselus Mattress Showrooms really are employee-free. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guide.
Don't believe it.
You won't believe our prices either. Beauty rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more for way less. Free next-day delivery, too.
Sure. Next you'll say I can get a free adjustable base with my purchase through Monday.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, come on.
Find an employee-free showroom near you.
He's got, good athleticism, good length, and I think he's a guy that, he's played a lot of football. He's played, championship football. We'll see what that role is as we go forward.